Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I'm doing a preview of Dicequest, which is an upcoming solo co-op and competitive game from the Skytear and Onward team. And as always, I don't take any money from publishers to do previews or anything like that. I just want to help you make an informed decision. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our weekly podcast for reviews and design discussions, or join the conversation and say hi on our Discord. So like I said, Dicequest is competitive for 1 to 4 players, or cooperative, or solo. Now, the solo and co-op mode is still more in development. Like, even as I've been playing it, they've made some rule changes. Competitive seems pretty locked down, and my plays of it have been very solid. So think of what I'm going to show you today as a sneak peek of what the game could be. Definitely, like, if the game is being delivered, don't watch this video and think I'm teaching you how to play it, because a lot of stuff might have still changed. But the basic idea of Dicequest is you're going to be building teams of heroes, recruiting them across the rounds, and those heroes are going to give you dice to roll, which you'll use to try to complete these quest cards that will level up your heroes, get you items to equip your heroes with, give you money to hire more heroes. And you do that for 2 rounds, and then every 3rd round you have a big adventure that everyone goes for. In competitive, it's a challenge, and whoever does the best on it gets more victory points, but everyone is kind of competing on the same thing. In solo co-op, it is a boss that you must defeat or you immediately lose the game, and the boss is going to be stronger or weaker based on how you did during the intervening quest rounds. Then all the quests get harder, and you do it again in like sort of Act 2 for 3 rounds. And then the quests get even harder, but the heroes level up and become, for those who have played Skytear or Onward or Skytear Horde, recognizable heroes from those games. Then you can recruit them, and they're super powerful before you take on the final quest and the final boss and all of that. In competitive, it's just a race to victory points. Whoever has the most points at the end wins. In solo co-op, again, you have to beat each of the bosses, but then you still have to reach a victory point threshold. At the moment, it's 15. If you're playing on an easier difficulty, we're going to play with that. But again, that's one of the things that is being adjusted. Now, in terms of each player's setup, you have 3 spots to put recruited heroes in. Each recruited hero can have a single equipment card. You also have a backpack that can hold up to 5 items. Each player starts with 2 items from the basic deck. There's also an advanced deck with stronger items. You have these 3 wound tokens that can show your heroes are close to death. You have a reroll token that gets flipped and then only comes back generally when you lose a quest. Kind of Quacks of Quedlinburg-esque, kind of like the flask in that one. And then over here you have your score pile, which is where you retire heroes for victory points, and also where you put any of the quests you've beaten for victory points and things like that. So that's just kind of like your scoring pile. And then you've got your dice that you're rolling in a quest over here and dice you've locked in over here. You'll see how all that works once we get into it. And I'm actually playing 2 players this time because I want to show you how the cooperation can work. Pretty much take everything I'm doing and just shrink it down to 1 player, and you'll know how the solo works right now too. And yeah, let's jump in and show you what's going on with the game. At the beginning of each round in solo co-op, you're going to flip one of these threat cards. In this case, it is Ancient Ruins. Each player may enter the Ancient Ruins by rolling a red die. Oh, we might as well all do this because literally there is no way to get hurt, because this would injure one of our heroes, the Half Skull, but we don't have any heroes yet, and we can draw a basic item card if we get double swords. So here we go. Red doesn't, and blue doesn't. Well, good try. Next, we're going to take these threat tokens. These will boost the boss if the quest they are attached to is not completed. And each of us is going to pick a quest that we think we want to try, and we'll put one of the tokens on it, and then we flip it up and see if it's actually bad, especially in the round 1, because there's round 1, 2, and 3 tokens, or not round, I guess, chapter, act, whatever. The level 1 ones often are blank, whereas the level 2 and level 3 ones pretty much never are. So let's talk about these quests for a second, because there is some strategy going in here. I'll freeze frame here. On the left for this Deadly Dummy quest, these are the basic ones, so they're not even like really quests yet, we're just training. The left is the cost. Now the cost includes both die results you have to get, which this one does not have at all, and it also has skulls, damage that you will suffer. A full skull, if unblocked, because some results can block skulls, will straight up kill one of your heroes, whereas a partial skull will only injure them, but then if they get another partial skull or full skull, they are finished off. And then the stuff on the right is what you get rewarded. The up arrows means you get to level up one of your heroes if they're not dead from the left effect. The item means you get to draw 1 item from the basic deck. The better deck has a different icon. And then the 2 coins means you get 2 coins, which you mainly use for hiring heroes. And the one sort of blood stain in the upper left there indicates how many heroes you take on this quest. So your team might be bigger or smaller. Maybe you can have up to 3, but I would need to bring exactly 1 hero of my choice to actually deal with this dummy. Now, to show a slightly different one for this Fruit Ninja-inspired slicing challenge, this time it has an actual die result I need on the left, which is specifically a sword. Sometimes it'll have this icon that's like a combination of a sword, an arrow, and a wand. That's a wild for any attack type, but here I would specifically need a sword to beat it. There is no damage, though. If I fail, I just fail. And you'll notice that there's 2 little sort of hash marks next to the item on the right. That means that you get that bonus whether you fail or succeed. But the 3 coins that do not have those little marks, those you only get if you succeed at the challenge. And that's basically all you need to know. So there is a trophy hunt that we literally can't do yet because none of us is going to probably be able to afford 2 heroes. So the Deadly Dummy is better than the Deluxe Dummy, and to go against him, we probably want to get a green hero, of which there are a few. So sure, Red will go ahead and put their token on the Deadly Dummy, and that is that wild symbol I was talking about. So this will go to the boss if we don't defeat this quest by the time we get to the boss. So that's basically how that works, and he would be harder to beat. It would become like an extra requirement for him. Okay, so if Red's getting a green, we should try to diversify some. There's every color of a hero out right now. Between Slicing Challenge for more money or Training Dummy, I like the possibility of leveling up. So we'll have blue put the token here, and that will add an attack to the boss. Now, note that these do not boost the quest. It's just showing what the boss is going to gain. So the Training Dummy is not any more difficult than it would be otherwise. All right, so now we go to Red's turn. So first you have your income phase. Red's going to get 2 gold, or 4 if they have no heroes, which they indeed do not. And if they're the first player, they advance the party standee. The first round, it just goes there, but then it's going to go here, and then it's going to trigger the boss. Okay, and Red's got 4 coins, and you can see the cost of each hero. You can also always recruit the hero on top of the deck. Now, every hero has a basic side where they just give dice, and an advanced side where they get a special power. Right now, the basic side does not say what the advanced side is, so you have to keep on flipping them over. They have already said they're going to fix that, and they will have some kind of icon to indicate what the advanced side does. So right now, it's just slightly annoying. But yeah, so now in the tavern phase, I can, as many times as I can afford, recruit heroes by spending money. I can graduate heroes, which means moving them off my little player board and into my score pile. Now, if you do that with a rookie here, you don't get anything. You just kind of waste your money. You just want to clear up space for them. But once you've leveled up a hero, see the little level up icon there, they'll get a special power, and also they'll have a victory point value. So then if you graduate them, it becomes victory points toward that 15 that each player needs to reach at a minimum at the difficulty level I'm playing. So to explain the dice briefly, green dice have a lot of defense symbols and a little bit of melee sword symbols, but they're mainly about stopping damage. Yellow dice have a lot of these rune symbols that give you rerolls or let you activate special powers on equipment, like this one can turn a rune into a wand. And they also have wand attack symbols. Blue dice have ranged attack symbols. They have the highest chance of dealing a lot of damage, the most double faces, but they also miss more often, so they're kind of risk-reward. And red dice have the most sword symbols for melee combat, and they also have a little bit of defense. So green and red are kind of similar, just with different focuses. So we know that red wanted to do that Deadly Dummy quest, so let's see which green is better. Okay, this is a green, but it also lets you re-roll any green, doesn't have to be their own once they level up. And this one is a green once they level up, and it lets you set a green to a single shield face. Between the two of those, I'd rather have that because there are like shield and sword or double shield faces. So I'm going to have a red spend 3 of their 4 to recruit an Entangler. I don't have enough money to hire anybody else. I could, though, graduate to my Entangler if I was an idiot. And finally, the action you can take is equipping. You can take one of your item cards that says equipment, only equipment, and put it on somebody. Now, that equipment is stuck with them. They can't have another piece of equipment unless you throw that one away. And also, if they graduate or die, the equipment goes away. So it is locked to them for better or worse forever. This one lets you change a rune into an arrow, which is not useful at all to me right now. And then all other equipment is single use. I've got this scroll of yearbook. It lets me look at the top 3 cards of the current hero deck and then hire somebody, like if I need a color that's not showing up. Neither of those is really useful to me right now, so I'm just going to stick with my Entangler. And now I go to my quest phase. So I'm picking Deadly Dummy as my quest. I can bring a single hero, so here's my Entangler. Then I gather dice, so in this case, I'm just getting a single green die. For green, you've got 1 miss, and then literally every other face has a shield, except that one. A shield and the rune reroll symbol, shield and sword, double shield. So yeah, I've got a 2/3 chance here of getting at least the one shield to stop my guy from being killed. Hey, there we go. Runes. Runes can be used to reroll one other die, but you have to lock in the die that has the reroll, so I couldn't like reroll itself later because I've used the rune. Or as I said, for other powers, like if I had equipped this guy with the Javelin of Lightning, I could change it into an arrow. But yeah, there we go. I have canceled his one deadly skull, so nobody is dying, which means I get to trash this token. The boss will not be boosted by that. And I get to level up. So my Entangler now has a free reroll, and I get a small item. My backpack can hold up to 5. A Frenzy Potion. I can use it during the deployment steps when I'm going into a quest to add a red die to my pool beyond what the heroes give. And I get 2 more coins for hiring later. And then this quest gets discarded and a new one gets put in its place. Shooting Target. You can't use red dice here. You need a single hit result. And it gets you some coins and leveling up. All right, blue's up now. And sorry, whenever you hire somebody, you flip the next one out. So blue wanted to do that quest with the melee guy, so he's definitely going to buy the Trickster for 3 of his 4. Saying his, it's still me, of course. What does Trickster do on the back? Ooh, Trickster is actually a nice one. When they die, you get to hire somebody for free. So if you can keep them alive into the 3rd round when like the superheroes are out that cost a ton, he's pretty great. And you don't really mind letting him get hurt. All right. And blue, kind of like red, has some equipment they don't want to use yet. I've got Frost Knives that would let me reroll blue dice, and something that would let me turn the runes into spell, like wand attacks. So, nope, we're just going. Bringing our Trickster to fight the training dummy. Now, just a note, if I don't roll a sword, I do have this reroll token I'd mentioned. It lets you reroll any number of your dice, whereas those rune results only let you reroll a single die. But you don't get it back until you fail a quest, generally, so it's a little bit annoying to do. All right, here we go. See if we can get this training dummy. Oh, to show this, red has 1 miss side, just like green. Every side has sword, except for 2 sides, because one has a single shield. So it really is almost like the exact opposite of green. They just reverse the swords with the shields. And gosh darn it. All right, do I use my reroll here? Because if I don't, I'm not going to level the guy up, I'm not going to get an item, and I'm not going to clear that token away. Although that's really not the worst token for the boss to have, and if I use my reroll here, I might not have it for a really important fight later. But whatever, I'm rerolling. Here we go. Okay, there we go, that's enough. So we do defeat the guy. This is a game of luck, so if you don't like that at all, Trickster levels up. And you do have to level up somebody who's on the quest. So like if I have another quest later on to level somebody up, and I bring only leveled people and leave like a non-leveled hero behind, I can't level them up. And, ooh, this one's pretty good. Frost Claws would have given me a free red reroll, so I might equip that to the Trickster next time. And what's coming out now? Field Shooting. Shooting some Firebirds, okay. And that's it. The round marker advances. We get a new threat card. Thieves. Oh, man, each player loses 1 coin if able. Red's okay with it. They have 3, but blue only had a single coin. They're probably not going to be able to buy anybody this turn. That's not great. All right, we get 2 new things to place. Where's red going to put theirs? This is equal to the number of players, by the way. I'm sure you already figured that out. Okay, so red's got a green dude, and they could hire somebody else. But I mean, if they go against the deluxe dummy, they'll waste the level up. So maybe that's not so good. Let's see. They could do the shooting target and maybe like get a yellow. Because if they equip the yellow with their Javelin of Lightning, that would give them a very high chance of getting a wand or an arrow. When this person levels up, refresh your reroll token. I mean, that's pretty good, but it's not actually getting me anything more. If I can't do the slicing challenge, because they don't really have any red dice to do much with. A trophy hunt would be tough, because they'd have to roll a sword on their green, same kind of thing. All right, so I guess they will do the shooting target, and okay, they would give the boss a shield if they don't succeed. And then blue has the red dude who will have a reroll. And actually, they can afford to recruit a yellow person. So, I mean, that being said, I think Slicing Challenge is the best for them, just to get them some more coins. We aren't getting any blanks. All right. Let's go into red. They get 2 more coins since they do have a hero. And if I'm going to that shooting target, I want like an archer or that mage, giving them the Javelin of Lightning like I talked about. Well, let's see. How do Poisoner and Tribal Huntress look? Ooh, Poisoner is pretty great. If you have at least 1 arrow, you get an arrow, which is really good because sometimes like the bosses just have so much life that it's really hard to kill them. And she gives a reroll, which is also really good. Let's go for the Poisoner, 3 of our 4. And yeah, I still don't Oh, I forgot I had the red die. I guess I could have done one of those sword ones. But yeah, I still don't have anything I want to equip. Like the Poisoner, if they're rolling a rune, they're probably rolling an arrow already. But yeah, they're sending the Poisoner against the shooting target. So they're not using red dice, and they just need to get a hit. So this one, like I said, is more risk reward. There's 2 miss faces. But there's an arrow and rune twice, and there's double arrow twice. So they are getting 2 icons or nothing, and that's the nothing. Okay, let's use red's reroll. This is great, Mike. This is how you strategize. Okay, I again don't need the rune, but I did defeat the shooting target quest, which means Poisoner levels up, and I get 2 more coins. And that was an insidious root. That one's pretty easy to kill. All right, meanwhile, blue only gets 2 coins, which is all they have. Yuck. They can afford the shield mentalist. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get it, I think. This person, when they're flipped, can turn a rune into a shield, which is actually not a bad idea. And I am going to equip the trickster who I'm about to use in the quest with the frost claws to give them a free reroll of red. I mean, I am planning to let them die, but I don't have my reroll token right now, so I want to have some safety for this quest at the moment. All right, so here we go. You don't really have to bring your people over, but I'm just showing you what's going on. I'm doing the slicing challenge. Just need a sword again. And hey, there we go. No reroll needed. So 3 more coins. That'll help him out. And another item. Ooh, add a yellow. Well, I already have yellows, but that's cool. And that's it. No leveling up this time. Okay, we get a sparring master. By the way, there is a quest printed on the board that just gets you money. You don't send any heroes, even if like you're totally out of heroes, you can still go there. If you're doing that in cooperative, you're probably done. But in competitive, it can be an option you need. All right, so we are going to the 3rd round. So first, we get another one of these. Players cannot use their reroll tokens. No! Oh no, we don't have any reroll tokens. It does nothing to us. Yay! Okay, and we are fighting the Rider of Hate. Yeah, that guy's definitely one of the bosses, I think, in Skytear Horde. Now, here's the annoying thing, at least in the current build of the rules. You still reveal 2 of these, but they just go straight on the boss because you can't do other quests. You have to go after the boss this turn. If both of us do not beat the boss, we lose. And additionally, whenever we're fighting the boss, we can choose if we have extra icons to also do this, but we must deal with his 2 attacks and his 2 damage icons. But then, like, red could do 2 of any attack and also do a 3rd one, and then blue could come in and do 2 of any attack and also a wand, because we have to have gotten rid of these. So if we don't each do his minimum and also each cooperatively get rid of these, although, like, red could get both or blue could get both, doesn't have to be even or anything, then we lose immediately. So, you know, it can be a little harsh. But I'm feeling good. We got a lot of stuff. Oh, and this time we could bring 1 to 2 heroes. Okay. I don't know why you'd ever bring 1. I guess unless you only had 1. And we're each going to get 2 victory points toward the 15 we need to win. We're going to get to level somebody up. We're going to get 2 coins. Oh, wait, I lied. Okay. It's not as harsh as I thought. I was about to say, why the heck do they have a, like, you lost reward if you lose the game immediately? But no, it is not that each player needs to beat the boss. It's just that all these tokens need to go away. So, like, if blue went in and got butchered, but red comes in and gets 4 icons and, like, destroys all their attacks, you can still advance. Okay, that's more forgiving. That makes sense. Alrighty, so we've got 5 money for red, and... So if I send in these guys, I could block his damage pretty easily, but blue by himself, well, he does have his little bonus, but he's unlikely to punch through the boss's defenses. So I could recruit somebody else to deal with that, and also the boss is going to level somebody up. I got 2 yellow guys. Let's see what they do, because I could give them the Javelin of Lightning. Rocking Bard is the one who lets you refresh your reroll token. Again, you would not have to be flipping. This will be printed in the final game on the front. Ooh, lets you block only a partial attack, not a full attack, but it's still pretty good. You know, it's not as good as the... Wait, this is dumb. Hey, Skytear people. Why'd you make the shield mentalist who gives you a shield, which is certainly better than blocking a half skull, because that can also block a full skull? Why do they cost... Oh, this guy's worth 2 victory points. All right, maybe it's balanced. I don't know. But yeah, this dude seems pretty good. So let's get them. That was 4 money, and then I'm going to give them the Javelin of Lightning. So I'm going to send both of them, because this guy can't really do much damage, although they are going to get attacked a lot. The question is, do I use the Frenzy Potion? If I don't roll terribly with blue, I'm going to get 2 or 3 arrows, minimum. And then yellow with this is almost guaranteed to get us another attack. So, like, if I don't have terrible luck, I should be okay, but I could also use my Frenzy Potion to really guarantee it. But the later bosses get harder, so I could save that. Well, let's use it. So I'm going to have a blue, a yellow, and a red, and I can turn one rune to an arrow. By the way, there is no ownership of dice, so I don't have to use a rune from the Everlast Shaman's yellow and turn it into an arrow. It could be from the blue or the red. All right, this might be overkill, but I kind of want to take both those out, and then blue won't have to worry about it. Okay, here we go. Oh, that seems great. That seems fantastic, actually. So I didn't get any runes to use the Javelin of Lightning, but remember the Poisoner, if I have at least one arrow, I get a free arrow. So I've got 3 arrows and a wand and a shield. So 2 of the 3 arrows will take care of his minimum. 3rd arrow will take care of that. The wand will take care of that. And the shield will stop 1 of his light damage. So all that gets through is a single damage point on 1 of them. Oh, and I also get to level this guy up. He's got an item, but I really like the Poisoner's ability, but he's worth more victory points. I'll put it on the Poisoner. Remember, that doesn't do anything, but if they take another partial or if they take a full, they die, and they don't get retired. You don't get the victory points if they die. All right, I also get 2 victory points. That's 3. 2 victory point tokens in my little pile, and I get 2 coins. So we're already good. It doesn't matter if blue wins here. In fact, if they lost, they would get their reroll back. They are getting 2 money, going up to 5, and they do have another spot. By the way, there are about to be other ways to spend money. Whenever you pass one of the bosses, you unlock new options. So I've already got a red with a reroll. I've already got a yellow. And I can give the yellow the Staff of Lightning. I mean, honestly, with the guy I'm about to fight, I think I'm going to spend 2 to get the Root Guardian. Oh, wait, there's also another green here. Let's see. Root Guardian. Ooh, let's you roll blue or red. That's interesting. So good, in little combos. Order Novice. It's the one that lets you set it to a shield. I already have ways to reroll blue and red in my equipment, so I'm going to get the Order Novice for 3. Okay, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to use any of this stuff. I mean, the Order Novice can block at least one of their attacks, probably, and might get a sword. And then I only need 1 more sword from red, and I've got a reroll. I think I'm good. I'm sending the Trickster and the Order Novice into battle, and not using my Arcane Potion, since red already did an awesome job. All right, so here we go. We just want 2 hits to get the level up and the victory points. We'll get the coins regardless. Hey, actually, that worked great. Although green kind of sucked. I wish I had a reroll for that. All right, so I'm doing 2 hits, enough to defeat the boss, and I'm getting 1 block. Fine by me. All right, I'm certainly going to put the damage on the Trickster. Yes, they're the one who's equipped. Remember, when they die, I get to recruit somebody for free. And I get 2 coins. I get to level up. Has to be the Order Novice. Cool. And I also get 2 victory points towards, remember, our target of 15 at this difficulty level. The victory points of surviving heroes at the end of the game helps. And you'll see, the big heroes that you can recruit at the end are worth a lot. So there are different ways to get victory points. All right, we are a third of the way through the game. Rider Death goes away. And yes, this is what I was talking about. We now have another way to spend coins. During our tavern phase, for 3 coins, you can buy a basic item. And you can sell any item you don't like for 1 coin. This scroll of yearbook, not that exciting. So that just becomes another option. You'll get more options after the round 2, after the round 3 boss, or act 3 or whatever. Everyone's dead, so won't matter at all. Okay, we're going into here. New threat card, Earthquake. Each player must discard 1 item attached to any of their heroes if able. What? Well, Trickster was going to die anyway, but it sucks. I specifically didn't hurt the Everlast Shaman because they had this Javelin. Although, I guess the Javelin doesn't combo too well with their ability because we're kind of double using runes, but still annoying. Oh, and whoops, I was about to say, we're not doing training missions anymore. We're actually real heroes now. So let's get some real hero stuff to do. You'll see that these missions need way more people, are way tougher. Just a lot more stuff going on. And now we're placing level 2 tokens. All right, red has green, blue, yellow, and no items at the moment. So where would they want to put this? Green, blue, and yellow. I mean, blue can do pretty explosive damage, and it is the Poisoner, so that's even more explosive damage. Oh, but the Roaming Golem requires you to send 3 people, and it doesn't let you use yellow, so I'd be wasting for both players. They both have yellow characters right now. That's not great. This guy can only send a single person. Oh, geez, he's going to kill you, and needs to be hurt. I'll be honest, that's actually a fantastic one for blue to go after, right? Because they can send the Trickster, who's supposed to die anyway, and they might block it with their red, and they'll probably kill him. So yeah, I think that's what blue's going to do. Red can do a bigger team, though. I mean, the Poisoner... Oh, you can't use blue. I was about to say the Poisoner can make the Titan go down pretty easily. These Umbral Hounds, you can only send one person, and you only take half the damage, but it says one of your dice must be on double sword or double arrow, like you set it to that to complete the challenge. So you need to send a red or blue, and they like basically can't block the attack. That's interesting. It'd be easier if you have like an extra die. God, these Shiruni guys suck. Oh, but they're worth 4 victory points. Whoa. I mean, I'm not playing on a high enough difficulty that that's necessarily something I need to worry about. Like 15's pretty doable without stretching to really tough enemies. But yeah, none of these are great for me. All right, I don't know. I'm going to send the, I'm going to put reds on the hounds, actually. Okay, and that's an arrow that would go on the boss. And then, as planned, we're going to put blues on this guy. Whoa, that's a terrible token. 2 of any attack extra. Glad we were getting rid of that. All right, so I get 5. Now, you cannot hire anybody unless you retire somebody, graduate them. Oh, I'm going to sell my scroll for 1, like planned. And yeah, I'm gonna retire my Everlast Shaman. 2 victory points is too good. It would usually go over here, but I don't have room, so I'm just going to put it down here with my tokens. That brings us to 4 victory points, and now I can hire somebody again. And for those rider dudes, I need to send a blue or a red. I don't want to send my Poisoner because he'll die from the force damage. So let's hire this Shining Samurai for 4. Ooh, on the back, if he's hurt, he gives a second red, and the horses are about to hurt him. I totally knew that combo was there. Again, it'll be easier once the effects are on the front. But that's it. I ain't got enough money to buy any more items. So let's take Shining in. Actually, I just realized one of your dice must be set. Like, it sounds like I don't, like, I'm wondering, do I have to roll a double sword? Or do I just set it there automatically? I think I set it there automatically. Let's assume that's what we're doing. Okay, so... Boop, 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 I guess. So I take 1 damage. Maybe I'm playing that wrong and I had to roll a double sword, which would be stupid because that'd be super hard. Although it is giving you great stuff. Maybe that is what it means. Because look at this. You're getting that's a better treasure chest and 2 regular treasure chests and a level up. Hold on. Because if that's the case, then I would probably send a blue person in instead. Remember, blue has double the chance. I mean, honestly, if that's the case, I probably wouldn't go there at all. Well, whatever. Let's just roll with it. It's okay to have, like, that token there. I'm going to give myself another roll, because I'm a cheater, and I didn't get it. Okay. So, we're going to say I failed this one, so I still take the damage, which makes Shining... Oh, they didn't level up to use their stronger ability. What am I talking about? Oh, yes, they do. Haha. So now, whoa, they're the strongest character in the game for a little bit, until they maybe die. That token's sticking around, so the boss is going to be harder. Okay, meanwhile, I am, as planned, sending the Trickster... after that guy that will probably kill him. I've got 6 money, but no point in spending it yet. All right, I sort of want the Trickster to die here, so don't let me down, Trickster. Roll a sword and not a shield. Okay? Oh, I forgot. Red failed the quest, so they get their reroll back. That's a nice positive thing. Yeah, don't let me down. Yes, exactly what I wanted. All right, so I do defeat this guy, but I die, which means I don't get any bonus, no victory points. But I do get 2 money, a regular treasure chest, and 2 victory points. I'm saying nonsensical things here. I don't get any victory points, but I get victory points. Oh, speaking of victory points, there are items like this. If I keep this in my backpack, so it uses up just one of my 5 spaces for the rest of the game, I just get 3 points at the end. Which, again, you can see in a competitive game where you're trying to race for the highest points, there's a lot of interesting choices here, like do you retire heroes or not? Here, you don't get a lot of that. I do get to hire somebody for free. I'm going to get this guy that's on top of the deck, the Pact Cub. All he does, that purple symbol is a wild. He lets you reroll 1 die when he's in combat. Wah, wah, what a loser. Until he becomes a werewolf. It gets 2 dice, just like the samurai, but doesn't need to be hurt to use it. So yeah, that guy's cool. If I could manage to figure out how to level him up. All right, so that one was defeated. Get out of here. And we get a new one. By the way, in the competitive game, if you fail a quest, it gets a coin on it to make it more appetizing to the other players. But we're going around to 5? 5, yeah. And what's our badness? Flea market. Each player may give 1 item to another player. Then each player may discard 1 item to draw a new item of the same type. Oh man, I wish I'd kept that stupid thing. All right, let's see. What could I use? I mean, Frost Knives on the Poisoner would be great, but the Poisoner might die. He doesn't have much life left. But still, I don't even have any blue. So sure, let's give him the Frost Knives. And do I want to get rid of any? I actually don't think I need the victory points. This guy's already got more, so I'm going to discard this for a new item. What have we got? We got... Oh, a free? That's great. It gives you a free reroll rune, or like if you have the Staff of Lightning, a guaranteed extra wand. That's nice. All right, now we got to put our tokens down, and you cannot put tokens on a card that already has one, unless all of them already have one. But of course, if that's the case, you're probably losing, or I guess playing 4-player. That'd be more possible. All right, so red can roll a ton of red dice, can put out a ton of arrows, and can defend. Ooh, which means now this dude is pretty good. I don't need the level up, though, but a lot of money and an item seems good. I could also do the Titan with the green and 2 reds. And that's, again, it's a level up, but it's so much money. Although I guess 2 money and an item that costs 3 money if I buy it is not that impressive. And we don't need a ton of money yet because we haven't reached the final group of heroes. Then money is amazing. Or I could get victory points because, no, I guess they're tied right now. They each have 4 victory points, so they're kind of okay. Oh, and this guy only has a 1, and I don't have anybody who can do a wand easily. So I'm going to go for the roaming golem for red. We could also try the horse again, but screw that. I guess not too bad of a token. Okay, now blue really wants to level up the Pact Cub, if possible, because they're so good once they're leveled up. But who can I send him with on a quest to be able to do any of this? I guess I could send him with the Shield Mentalist, who has a decent chance of rolling attacks. It's just that yellow is the weakest attack. Maybe I retire somebody and hire somebody else. Because if I send the Pack Cub with like an arrow person against these dudes, they're going to die. That's the problem. Well, but hey, what if the Blade Dancer dies? So what? That's only 2 money. In fact, I'm getting 2 money right now. So yeah, let's, hold on. Show you what I'm up to. I'll retire my Order Novice for 1 victory point. I'll hire that Blade Dancer on top of the deck for the 2 money I would have gotten. And then I guess that's all I need to do, right? And I've got a free reroll. I just need to get 2 arrows, which arrow is a 1/3 chance. I could use the Arcane Potion, although yellows are the least likely to give you attacks. Yeah, it seems like kind of a terrible plan is to get that Pack Cub leveled up. Oh, what am I doing? I was just putting the tokens down. I was already doing the guy's turn. Let's rewind that back a little bit. But yes, we'll try to do that guy. All right, red gets 2 more money. They got 4. And I could retire somebody, because that's right. I was going to fight that golem who is going to level me up if I beat him. So I definitely want to retire Shining. How much damage? The golem is doing 2 damage, so if I don't bring the Entangler, we're probably in trouble. Let's retire the Poisoner as much as I like him. But I'm going to get a new blue. What does a Blade Dancer do, by the way? Let's reroll green or red. Okay. But yeah, I'll get the Tribal Huntress for 3. Should I give him the Frost Knives? Don't they level up to have? Yeah. Maybe I wait on that. I kind of want to give these to a superhero in a second when I unlock more people. So they are all coming to play. None of them have yellow dice, so that's fine. I got 2 reds, a green, and a blue. Remember, that's from Shining's power since he's hurt. All right, I need 3 attacks, and some shields would be nice too. Okay, that was great. I'm not going to I don't have any rerolls, right? Yeah, I'm not going to use my reroll token. So I got 4 attacks, more than I need, and I'm taking just a single point of half damage, which I'll put on, I don't know, my Entangler. My Tribal Huntress levels up into her reroll. I get a new item, which is Axe of Lightning, changing a rune into a sword. Cool. And 3 money. Get out of here, Golem. All right, and I could change my whole plan and just send the Pack Cub there to lose. No, it's dumb. Okay, so I'm going to do what I said. I'm going to graduate the Order Novice, spend the 2 money to get the Blade Dancer. You've seen all this before. And then, in a moment of idiocy maybe, send the Blade Dancer and the Pact Cub against the Sharuni. My Sharuni. Ooh, you want to give it up. Give it up. Okay, I'm going to use my Arcane Potion to get a yellow. My Sharuni. If you don't know what that song is, go look it up. It's a good song. It's not My Sharona, not My Sharuni. That's for the young viewers. Okay, here we go. I get a free reroll, and that's it. And okay, that's interesting. I have enough. These don't even have blocks, do they? So I guess I couldn't have rolled better. Oh my gosh, we're all gonna die. So yeah, I'm doing 1 partial wound, 1 partial wound. Oh no, Blade Dancer. We never got to know you very well. And my Pack Cub that I worked so hard to get leveled up is hurt anyway. But I did succeed. So I get 4 victory points. I just put the card over there to mark it. And I get an item. Gosh, I don't want all these victory points. We're good. We're not playing competitive. Again, if you're playing on higher difficulty, you would want that stuff. But yeah. But Pact Cub gets... Oh, wait. What? Y'all, the Sharuni doesn't level you up. I'm such a dummy. Yeah, You can pay to level up people, by the way, in a second, but I'm also going to be able to pay for like awesome heroes at that point, so why would I care? Oh, man. Now I'm going to go into the boss all weakened and stupid. All right, these don't matter anymore because we're about to... Oh, this matters. That definitely matters, but they're about to fight the boss. We're not going to do a regular quest. Here we go. We got the Rider of Hate. He's got a bonus of that, and also, okay, an extra half skull, and an extra full skull. Oh, man. 2 full skulls and 2 half skulls now. And these, I didn't say, these apply to everybody. Like, it's not something one player defeats, so one of us has to get an extra arrow on top of 2 of anything, 1 arrow, 1 sword, yikes. But these are just making his attack worse for every player, which is great. Okay, cool. Let's go. Anyway, we can bring 2 to 3 people. All right, coming to red. No way in heck am I spending a dime here or giving any of these people items because I've expected them like all to die. I mean, if Shining could survive, that'd be awesome. But yeah, I mean, I should be able to put out a pretty good amount of damage. 2 reds, a blue that I can reroll, green to maybe block some stuff. Let's just see how it goes. Maybe red will carry blue again. All right. Roll some good stuff. Okay. 2 shields, that's cool. I got an arrow and 2 swords. That's not even enough to win. Okay. But I've got some rerolls here. I just got to decide what I want to lock in. Oh, I get a free blue reroll from the Tribal Huntress. And I get a free green reroll from the Entangler. Let's try the blue reroll first. I can still use other rerolls for things. Okay, that's good. That's still only the minimum? Jeez. This dude is hard. Why does he have so many icons? Because I really don't trust blue to be able to take out that crap. All right, well, let's see. I can lock in the red. So we'll say we haven't locked these in yet. To reroll this red. It's only a 1/6 chance, though. I really want to reroll the... Oh, how many blues have... But if I lose 2 shields, everyone's dead. There's only 2 sides that have swords, but it's still better than 1/6 chance. All right, I'm using the rune, locking in red to reroll this green die. Oh, okay, that's good. That's the best I could have gotten, right? All right, so I could re-roll that. Oh, no, I'd have to use my re-roll token. That'd be stupid. Oh, wait, I had a free re-roll of green. I don't even need to use the rune. But I don't want to re-roll this because I might miss. All right, so what's happening here? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks, so I can take out all of these and that. That's the key thing. And then I'm blocking 1 auto kill. So I've got an auto kill and 2 mini kills. Is there any way to keep people alive here? Oh, actually, yes, there is, because you decide how things are ordered. So I'm going to do small damage, dead, and large damage, dead, and keep my Shining, because he's certainly my best right now. All right, well, thank God, got a lot of damage there. I get 3 victory points, and a basic item, T-Max, Battle Companion. Oh, this lets you, if you have this equipped, you can change the color of 1 die to a different color. It's okay. Now, actually, I'm realizing I don't have to fight this guy, I don't believe. I think, yeah, well, let me put the quest back. I can have blue go against somebody else because this guy sucks with his attack. And at this point, we don't need to fight him. It would just be fewer victory points for blue. But blue's already way ahead on victory points because of that stupid My Sharona that I fought and didn't level up with. Oh, wait, no, I beat the Golem. I don't think I ever dealt a new card for one of the guys I defeated. Nightmare. All right, I'm not going to try to level up the Pack Cub. Let's just buy somebody else and actually try to beat one of these guys. Okay, Stormcaller, my Mentalist could probably hit. But then I still need 1 more attack. Oh, and he's got a lot of death to deal. Well, again, I don't really want victory points. Like, blue is fine on victory points. Okay, let's try Nightmare. Actually, I'm bring it over here this time. There is a blue. Sorry, I'm getting 2 more money, so I gotta spend... Wow, so I got 8 money, ready to buy some awesome people in a second. Yeah, so I got this Doomies guy, and I'm gonna send these 2 against him. I'm gonna give them the Staff of Lightning, right? That makes sense. It's because we need 2 arrows, and probably gonna fail, man. That's the problem. Oh, I guess I could. Yeah, you know what? Let's use the Scroll of Shiny Rune as well to guarantee getting the bonus. Oh, that's a bonus wand? Why did I think it was a bonus arrow? Never mind. So I just have to roll like a double blue? This is stupid. This is not going to happen. Nope. Wow. Definitely not going to happen. And I didn't block it all. Okay. So I got to kill somebody. I mean, I guess I'll kill this guy I just bought. Just wasted some money. But I do get 2 items for my trouble, so hooray for that. Ooh, heal the Pack Cub, maybe. And Shield of Lightning. Oh, that's pretty good. And all right, I think I did all that correctly. I don't think I had to fight the boss, if the other guy already took care of everything. So we go to the final rounds, and now, yay, we can pay 3 to level somebody up like the Pack Cub, and we can pay 3 to heal somebody, which I don't think I have enough money for, but that's fine. And we get all new of these. Of course, they're way, way worse. And very exciting, we get rid of these guys and bring in the big guns worth a ton of victory points if they survive or if you retire them. Whoops, that's supposed to be where the deck is. And they are just super powerful. They don't have a level upside, as you can imagine, but like, look, a chemo costs 6, but gives you a blue and a red, and every red gets turned from a single sword or blank into a double sword. Pretty good with like the Shining guy, for example, if I just need to put out all the damage. All right, well, let's do our event. Poisoned Well. Players cannot use items during their deployment step. Okay, so we can still like equip people, we just can't use single-use items. It's maybe fine, I think, maybe. We get 2 ultra nasty things. What am I going to do here? So red's down to a single hero, but a powerful one with 2 red dice, which is pretty good for Master of Air, if I can get somebody who gives me a wand. Ooh, we got the best hero in the game, or the worst. He's worth 0 victory points, and he costs 8, but like he gives you 1 of every die, but if he gets hurt, he dies. Like he starts out partially injured. Yeah, it's maybe a little bit too risky. God, Into the Void is crazy. Look, you need so much stuff. 1 sword, 1 arrow, 1 wand, 1 shield, 1 something, 1 other something. And yeah, if you use a rune for this, you can't use it for a reroll. If you use a shield for this, you can't use it to block the skull. It's worth a ton of victory points. But again, like victory points is not as important with this difficulty. Corrupted Portal is just wonky. Although, hey, Staff of Lightning would make it more likely with the Shield Mentalist of Blue. Doesn't kill us either. Actually, yeah, that one's pretty good. Well, I mean, there's 2 sides that would work. Oh, but if we use like our automatic banner, yeah, okay, so Blue's going to put theirs there. Okay. What's red trying to do? So we got 2 reds if we bring that guy, plus whatever we get from a new person. Maybe Master of the Air. Maybe Master of the Air. oh, geez, that's a bad token. I got a kind of plan. All right, so red goes up to 8 money. I'm spending 7 of it to get this dude. Yellow and blue, and this symbol is the best symbol in the game, so for a rune, I can do this. It lets me, that fire means set a die to any face you want, and the purple member is wild. So if I roll a rune and use it, I can set any die to whatever face I want. Seems pretty dang good. Do I want to equip anybody? I guess maybe giving him the Frost Knives would be good too for a blue reroll. All right, but then I'm broke, so I'm not doing anything else. So we need 3 of anything and a wand. Oh, shoot, I need a wand. Well, I mean, I'm rolling a yellow, and I've got my reroll token, so it's decent. Okay, and I'm rolling 2 reds. Get out of here. 2s, we don't need you anymore. All right, so love to roll some blocks on the reds. And like a double arrow would be great. I definitely need a wand. A rune would be great. I mean, yeah, if I roll well, then this will be easy. If I don't, then, other things will happen. Okay, well, that seems decent. Actually, that seems good, right? I don't have enough attack yet. Oh, and I don't have a stupid... I don't have a wand. This only has 3 wand faces. So I can't use that to set the yellow to something because I'll have already used it. I do get a free blue reroll from the knives, but I already like the blue. Am I going to have to use my reroll token? I'm using it. Gosh darn it. I'm rerolling all 3 of these. These are not anything amazing. Okay, just need a wand. That'd be awesome. That's a roll. That is a roll, baby. So actually, I got too much attack, didn't I? I got wand. So yeah, like the 2 sword is entirely superfluous. Because I can use the reroll token on, not the reroll, the rune on that to change this. I guess that's the best I can get. Okay, so what are we doing? We got a wand, we got 4 attack, more than enough, and we're blocking the auto death, so only the partial hurt comes through. Oh, but crud, I gotta put on Super Guy or kill the Shining, so I guess I'll do that. I can spend money to heal them if I want to. And I get 4 more victory points, which, not sure I needed it. But hey, 4 money, that's good. And we got a Steel Lander. All right, now coming around to our friends here. Got so much money. I've got a ton of victory points, right? Yeah, so let's actually get Super Dude. I think so. Cost me 8 of my 10. And then the funny thing is I'm not going to use him. I'm going to... I can't use this during the deployment step this turn. I can't use the healing potion either. So the Shield Mentalist plan is really a 1/3 chance of getting through that portal. And he's actually worse. Like, even though he has every die, only yellows have wands. Well, we'll still try for it. So I need to roll for this wand and rune to turn into wand, because there is no wand, double wand phase. So I have a 1/3 chance with no reroll token. Is this a dumb idea? Probably a dumb idea. Whatever. Let's see what happens. Yar! That's not it. Okay, so I fail. So all I get is a treasure chest. Wonderful. What? This sucks. I don't want money. I mean, money's good. Don't get me wrong. All right. Well, that was a bummer. So that thing's going to be there as we go into the next round. We get a new one of these. Monster Raid. Each player must choose and discard one item from their backpack. That's easy enough. Bye-bye Ring of Money. And for, I guess, changing the die color. And then we get 2 more tokens. So blue can now go pretty ham. Like, they can do so many dice, especially if I level up the pack cub in a second. And especially they can get a lot of... I mean, Into the Void would probably be the easiest for them to beat, right? Yeah, so let's say blue's going to do Into the Void. Red, meanwhile, has 2 reds, a blue, and a yellow, but, like, basically no way to tank enough damage to survive unless I... get somebody. Lady of the Lake needs 2 arrows and anything, which Keplox actually has a decent chance to do, but then he would die. Does get us a better treasure chest, though, so that part's kind of cool. But I don't really want to waste the 7 money I spent on that guy and the item he's equipped with. Steel Lander has no attack. That's the one. I think Red can beat them pretty easily. Well, not easily is an exaggeration, but we can beat him. Red's got 7 money. And these guys are already good to, like, go in against the guy I want to fight. So should I just wait to spend my money? I don't need to heal him yet because this guy doesn't hurt anybody. So yeah, let's save our money and, like, see what we can do later. All right, so I need a bit of everything, but don't forget if I roll a rune, then I can automatically set a die to anything. And don't forget I get a blue reroll for free. All right, here we go. That doesn't seem great. Oh, I do have, actually, that seems okay. Because can you use powers more than once? I don't think you can. Yeah, just look, each ability can only be used once per turn. So it's going to be kind of reroll luck. So I can use, what's the best way to do this? I need a wand and then I need a shield. Okay, so I'm going to lock this one in to use the guy's power and change this to, it doesn't have a, oh, it does have a shield side. But no, I need the wand. I need the wand. So I'll change it to a wand and a reroll. I'll move that over to reroll my blank. Come on, man. And I'll move this over to reroll my blank again. I just need a shield, which is, I would say, like only a 1/3 chance. Gosh darn it. And, okay. Okay, I don't have my reroll token, so I get it back, though, at least. And I get a good item, so I just don't get victory points, but the boss is going to have more power. Shoot. Let's see what the, oh! I just always get a bonus yellow? That's a great item. Yeah, these are way better. Okay. All right, come over to these dudes. What I want to go after? Oh, the Into the Void one. That's right. So yeah, I'm going to use the healing potion to heal the pack cub. I'm going to spend 3 coins to level him up. Stupid mentalist. Why are you still here? And then should I equip the Shield of Lightning? Maybe to this dude? Because he's rolling so many. Yeah, I like that actually, because I really want to keep him alive. And I might, with all these dice, have some extra shield things. So I'm feeling pretty good here. What do I roll in? 2 reds from the pack cub. 1 yellow from the Shield Mentalist, and then 1 of everything from Crazy Boy over there. And we need a lot of stuff. Okay, that seems pretty good. I don't know. We do need an arrow. We need a wand. We need a sword. We kind of got everything, didn't we? And we got shield. Did we get everything? Hold on. So arrow and 1 sword. Wand and rune, shield, 2nd sword for that. Yeah, oh, we got everything. And a block. Yay! Oh, we didn't get anything extra. We didn't need anything extra. Yay! All right, so that one's done at least. Somebody finally succeeded. We get way too many victory points. We get a good item and 4 money. Devil's Grin. Oh, you get a red and a yellow, but the equipped hero automatically gets damage, and the red damage is non-preventable. But, I mean, man, for the final battle, let's do this. All right, that's it, right? We go into the final boss battle. So remember, we don't have to both fight this guy, so there should be quests still up. Pretty sure I'm doing that right. Oh my gosh. But yeah, if we don't both fight him, how are we ever... Oh gosh. How are we ever going to kill this guy? Now, his attack, you might ask, why does that matter? You do get the victory point value of any of your heroes at the end. Let's see how we're doing in terms of 15. Oh god, Into the Void was worth 6. So... Blue's already at 14. Oh no, 15. Blue is literally fine. They can have all their characters die. I guess they get 5 from killing the boss. They'll get to 20 if they defeat the boss, which again, we pretty much need to. Red is at, what is this? 10, 12. So if they, okay, so we're both fine if we defeat the boss. Again, this is easy difficulty. So it's okay if everyone dies. We just need to spam this dude, and we need arrows, swords, wands, swords, arrows. We need everything. We just need everything a lot. That's how this is going. All right, no problem. I've got 9 over here. I can equip or get somebody. Who do I want? Not green. I don't need any shields. I'm just going whole hog. Can we... Gives me a red and a blue, and for a rune, lets me re-roll 2 dice. Ghoulbjarn gives me a green and a red, and if he's hurt, then he can set any die to anything, but I mean, I'm not going to have time to make that happen. All right, so let's get her for 5. Leaves me with 4 money. I don't care about healing. Let's buy an item and see if we get lucky. I forgot to draw a card, didn't I? Each Dark Ritual. Each player remove 1 hurt from one of their heroes to another. I don't care. Oh, whoops, this is a take that card. These are optional. Even in competitive, you don't have to use them. But yeah, clearly in solo co-op, you're supposed to take them out. Endgame 2 victory points. Whatever. All right, and let's equip away. All right. So we got a lot of powers. Let's bring the boss over. Okay, so 2 reds, yellow, blue, blue, red, free yellow. Okay, and I got my reroll. That's pretty great. Yep. Yeah, okay. Got lots of ways to reroll. Here we go. That's pretty good already. Love the 2 swords, so that'll take care of that. I do have 2 arrows, but do I want to use them for anything else? I don't want the shields. So actually, the rerolls won't be a bad thing. Let's lock in 1 arrow, and we'll use it with Kenwi's ability to reroll twice. Let's reroll both of these and only have shield things going on. Okay, that's better. I mean, this might be fine. That gets his second required arrow. That can get rid of that one. And then sword wand can get rid of that. And this extra rune I didn't use. I might have actually already had an extra rune. We'll get rid of that. Oh, I forgot I had a free reroll for blue. I don't really know how many things. Oh, I forgot I had that power. Okay, so I'm 99% sure that I had 1 more rune than I needed. So let's say that I changed this to that. And then the extra wand and the extra arrow could get rid of that. I think I didn't cheat. Now, everyone dies, because even if I do 1 damage to her first, I've still got 1 more regular damage and 2 kills, which just wipes out my entire team. Yay for that. But I get 5 victory points from the dude, so I'm totally fine, right? 4, 6, 7, 9, 19. Okay, so if I was playing on the next difficulty up where I would need 20 victory points, I would not be fine, so that's worth thinking about. All right, then these dudes, I'm definitely going to ditch her. And I think pay 6 of my 7 with my income to get a chemo. More blue and more red, and red becoming automatic damage seems great. And I'll go in and give the Packed Cub this Devil's Grin item. I'll go and use the Scroll of Shiny Ruin. Let's go. Well, I actually don't have enough red dice. That's funny. But I got all of these. That seems pretty good. All right, Rider of Dreams. Let's see what you got, buddy. Boom! Okay. I can actually keep some people, can't I? I need more arrows. I can change things to shields. And I can just use rerolls from other stuff, right? So that's great. I'll keep that, and I'll reroll this blue. There we go. So that's the 2 arrows I needed. That also gives me 2 rerolls. Because I have way too many swords, I'd rather get shields. That's not it. So that was 1 reroll, 2 rerolls. There we go. Yeah, that's already enough. I'm going to be able to block both of his 2 instant kills, and then a Chemo and Pack Cub can get damage. Oh, wait, no, they can't. Well, it doesn't matter. We'll say Pack Cub dies because he gets hurt from this and hurt from the boss. But then I would gain 3 victory... Oh, and 0. But I would get 3 victory points from a chemo and 5 from the boss. Brings my total to a lot. 12, 16, 18, 22, 23. So they would have won on medium difficulty. But there you go. That is a full 2-player game, so it made it take a little bit longer. Sorry about that. True solo would have been faster, but I wanted to show you kind of the interplay with things. It's a full game of Dicequest in its current solo co-op mode. Again, it could change. And what do I think of this one? I think it's a ton of fun. It is the big thing. It is dice luck, right? It is random. And, you're not... In a true solo game, you can literally lose from 1 roll against the boss. That's kind of why I prefer to do 2-handed like I did here, because with the current rules, if you just don't get the stuff you need, because the boss is always going to have, at a minimum, their basic requirements and at least the 1 token they got in the final round. If you just don't get the right rolls, if you don't have your reroll token ready, if you don't have the right items, you could just lose straight up. So I do think true solo is going to be the swingiest way to play the game. But in general, the game is going to be swingy. Like, sometimes you get what you need, sometimes you don't. Now, you're still getting something when you fail. You get your full reroll token back, which is super powerful, so it's not a full-on kick in the butt, but it's still not going to appeal. Like, if you don't like dice, if you don't like luck, I don't think you should look at this game. It's called Dicequest. What are you expecting? But putting that aside, the choice of which heroes to get is quite fun, especially, once they fix it where you can see what their level up does on the back without having to flip them. That's going to be great. The combination of items is really cool. And the coolest thing is, especially in competitive, I will say it works in solo co-op since you need a victory point threshold. And again, Red didn't get enough victory points. I would have had to play a little differently if we were playing on higher difficulty. But the coolest thing in competitive and a little bit in solo co-op is that you want to be retiring your heroes or even like buying heroes based on stuff. Like, look, this spoiled kid, he's only a 2, he's a green. His level up side still doesn't do anything. He's still a spoiled kid, but he's worth 3 victory points. So boop, graduate him. So I think those choices of like when to graduate, when to let your heroes die, do you give them an item or not? Because once you give it to them, it's locked with them. And then if they graduate, it goes away. I think those are great. I think in both competitive and cooperative play, deciding who's going to go for the quest is really interesting because you can like grab a quest that you see is best for the heroes that somebody else has, even if it's not quite perfect for your heroes and kind of hate to draft. And in co-op, you want to have the conversation of like, well, who can take care of this one? Where are we going to put our tokens? Who can take care of that one? Try to kind of see what fits your team's strengths and weaknesses. So while there is a ton of luck, I think there's a lot of tactical yumminess too, and a lot of interesting interplay between players. Now, you saw there's not a lot of direct cooperation, like there was the one event card that let me trade items to somebody else, but you'll be discussing who's going to get which heroes. You'll be discussing who's going to take which quests. You'll be discussing who's going to be able to take care of which tokens on the boss. So all that stuff with a good cooperative group should lead to a lot of table talk, and you saw in my two-handed play, it led to a lot of me talk and strategizing of like who should get what and who should take care of which thing. So yes, this is a light game. I played it with my kids and they've enjoyed it. And yes, it's a dice game that is pretty random, but it does not mean that there isn't meat on the bone. I think gamers can enjoy this one too. And the solo co-op mode, I'm not sure if it's going to be as good as the competitive because I really do like the race for victory points in competitive, and all of you just trying to meet a minimum score while taking out the boss's tokens is exciting, but is also going to be more swingy. You might have games where you just lose suddenly. So I don't think it's going to be as good as the competitive game, but it's still something I would play, and I just had a great time playing for you all right here. So I hope that gives everybody an idea of how Dicequest plays. Again, things will change probably from what you just saw for the solo co-op mode, but hopefully not too much because I think it's working really well. So thanks for watching, everybody, and a special thank you to our biggest Patreon supporters, J. William F., Steve Wren, Pedro Lucas, Miles, Casey W., Andrew R., and Chris C. We'll see you at the next stop.